guys, Infidel 1258 here. Tonight I'm going to do a 30-minute video between me and Jim Morgan. We're going to talk about the most underrated cards in the Reward and Chaos Legion sets. These are cards that are great, but they are under-recognized. They are a great value. They are, a good consideration for a buy. And there's lots of different reasons why we talk about the ones we end up picking, and we go through each splinter, okay? So stick around, stay tuned for that. If you're new to the channel, we cover Splinterlands all day, every day on this channel because it's changed my life. And my name is Dwayne Cunningham, but I go by Infidel 1258. Thanks, guys. Let's get into it. Underrated. So like let me see, what does that mean? Does it mean the best buy? Does it mean the cheapest card? Does it mean the most expensive card that's worth it? Underrated. I'm going to look for the card that really should be more expensive and is a real game changer. Those are some thoughts that I'm trying to explore here. This is pretty expensive.
Yep.
And you need 100 of them. See, no, it's too expensive to be underrated. Possibly this one. It's still, you need 50 of them. That's only, yeah, it's $100 or whatever, or maybe even 150. But you don't need to go all the way. If you went to retaliate, that's pretty helpful. If you got to 32, it's really helpful.
Yeah, I think all of us actually play in, well, from yesterday, silver and gold. Okay. So we weren't even looking at like max cards.
Okay, so I'm going to say the Forgotten One, because at level 3, you can play that in silver, I think. And for your epics, it's got retaliate, which is super helpful. It's got immunity, which is great. It's not a giant. I think it can compete with Grum in my opinion. And if you have a Quid already, that's really interesting with this guy. If you have a Tarsa, that's interesting with this guy. I like him. He's quite strong with the hit points and the armor. I'm gonna say, and for this price point, he's pretty decent. Maybe not a carry tank, but he's definitely a strong, reliable tank that you could play a lot of. I don't know if he's gonna, if he's what I would exactly call a carry because of the speed, but I like him a lot. And I think out of these cards from the fire team, he's not my favorite, but in terms of the price point and what he offers as a main tank, yes, he would be mine for fire. What did you say, Jim?
Well, Forgotten One, I think, is a must-have in Noxious Fumes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you aren't playing Forgotten One and your opponent is, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they set up their tank in the front line, they put in the Scavo Chemist to give cleanse on the main tank. You put Forgotten One in the center of your team, and you just wait for Noxious Fumes to take over.
Yeah. Yeah. And, that's a great, it's kind of a cheese play, but I do that regularly, and I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
And it works, and you want to win, right? It's like, you don't really care how you win, you want to win. So I agree. And he's also an epic, which means you don't get him with your standard starter deck. And therefore, a bronze and silver, he's going to be a meaningful addition, because you're not even going to get a level 1 of him. So
yep. I
think at bronze or silver, this is a guy, and I like him at the highest levels, by the way, and I think he's reasonably priced even for the highest levels. But I know, most people don't have $150, but $25 to get him a level 3. I think for me, fire, this would be the one that I would consider the most underrated, or most desirable for its price point and what it would do for you. that from the specifically from rewards and chaos.
Yeah.
Let's see, from water. Well, this one. Yeah, you already know what I'm thinking, don't you? Well, man, it's actually tough because there are some really great cards here for a really great price.
We also didn't do one for every color. We
No.
more so just picked like any card.
Hmm.
You know, it could have been 3 in blue or something like that.
Hmm. I really, of course, Oceanus is ludicrous. Like, this card is so good, it's nonsense that it's this cheap. But it is, and if you don't have it, you should buy it. And if you have one, you should buy more. Don't go crazy like me, but I think I might have 100 Oceanuses. I'll check later.
I think I have 3.
It's very good, man. It's very good. If this isn't $100 in 4 years, I'll be surprised. Jim, I hope we're friends then, buddy, and I hope we can come back and be like, you know, either laugh at that comment or, you know, be like, you know, we could have been millionaires. We just bought more Oceanuses. One or the other is going to happen. So Oceanus, but Demon Shark. Demon Shark is a carry tank. I like him at even the low levels. Particularly, I like him at, you know, silver. Silver, you're getting up to 4, right? I always forget this. Do you get 4 rare or do you get 5 rare?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah. And Rage is a big deal. 3 goes to 5 damage. And Trample does proc well with a 5 damage. Sure, he doesn't have a huge hit point pool, but it's pretty good. Like, he only gets 2 more later on. This thing's tough. This is, in my opinion, a carry tank at silver or higher. So Demon Shark or Oceanus. I feel like everybody under the sun knows you should have Oceanus. I feel like everybody knows Demon Shark. Neither of them are truly underrated in a sense because they're obvious, but they're just so good and they're actually really cheap still. So that's what I would have to say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I don't think so much the Jin Oceanus, other than him being underpriced. I think he's for sure underpriced. But my card I picked for blue was Wavesmith. It's 12 cents right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does do 3 magic damage at the highest levels, which is pretty bananas. And the Dispel and the Protect. I like this card a lot. And you're right, it is silver. Super cheap. What was that?
I was saying it also gets 2 damage in silver.
Mm-hmm. You're making me want to go check how much it is in gold foil. But I mean, the Oceanus, though, like Void, it makes this thing a tank. And then Phase at the silver level, this thing is fast enough that it's going to dodge some magic. It's going to have that Void. I like this card a lot. Like, so much. I don't think it's just good. I think it's really, really amazing.
Smith gold foil is $3.30 or $3.40, depending on how many you want to buy. Whoa! Don't be looking at my cards I'm about to buy, Dwayne. You don't hit that button. You know what? I'm sick of this abuse. I'm out of here.
I got to get my my PKM up so I can get me some PKM.
Right. I get you.
I'm
just so now you're trying to scam me twice.
33,000, just over 33,000. That's pretty wild. I've bought $33,000 worth of cards in the last year. This big lump here helped. 2,300 or something. Anyways, let's carry on. So, bye. Yeah, I mean, I like the Wavesmith. It's great. And let me see. Regular only. Reward chaos. No. No. Possibly. I mean, I know it's obvious, but he's so good with obsidian, and he's really cheap too. Um, um. See,
Don't do it.
yeah.
Don't say it.
Yeah, of course I'm thinking about him, but I also think this is worth reviewing. Shield, Giant Killer, and Rage. And I know you're not going to go that high for most players, but this is an interesting card when it enrages and Giant Kills, and it's not going to have Giant Killer at silver, but it's still got 4 damage and shield, and it's pretty interesting. I don't think it's better than the man, but he doesn't have heal. Maybe it is better. I could see an interesting, like in a reverse speed you got him, and in a normal speed you got him maybe.
Yeah. It also comes down to like if you need that shield, because in modern they don't have a shielding tank.
That's right.
The only one they had was Stone Golem, but that's in beta.
Yeah. Yeah, shield tanks are very strong. Like, I mean, that's classic tank.
You for sure want to have shield and void, or some way to handle like magic, and then like a sustain tank is always good.
Oh, but then again, Grund.
Yeah.
I mean,
Grund with a taunt is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He really, really is. So this is a tough one for me. Jin Bilka is amazing with the obsidian. Grund is amazing if you have the slip spawn for the taunt. Mycelic is amazing in the reverse speed low levels. If you're playing at a higher level, Mercenary is so cheap, it's you have to have him.
Even low level Mercenary is amazing.
Yeah, you're right, but I mean, when you get up in here with the heal and the retaliate, this is such an exceptional card. This is nonsense.
Yeah.
But where do you play him in silver?
Yeah, you can. I'm also just going off of what Aggro has stated in the past of him having a like 80% win rate in bronze.
Wow. The flying.
So level 3.
The flying must really help too, because that's a 25% chance to dodge, and unless you have snare, right? I think Varicelatia, there's room to make Varicelatia have like a late kind of price spike. Like, I think flyers are getting away with things lately, and I think there's Bloom and there's a lot of good flyer monsters, and they just run away with it. But then if we just collectively we used Varicelatia, we would tamp down some of these evasive flyers. Okay, so I'm not I wasn't being very clear on the green. I don't know where I land, to be honest. All those cards I mentioned are good. At bronze, I would want Grund, but that would mean I would need Slip Spawn. At silver, I would want Jin Bilka. Yeah, because the 2 becomes 3, which is really nasty.
And he gets the void, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm gonna break the green down. For the white team, my first thought is Chaos Knight. I really like that card. Chaos Knight, 6 cents. It's got the Inspire, but maybe that's too unreasonable for most people. So if we're talking just up to level 5, possibly I could pass on it. It's still good. 3 attack, Giant Killer, shield, it's still good. But probably I pass on it because it has too few hit points for that lower level, and it doesn't have the Inspire yet. Stitch Leech. Actually, I don't even need to look any further. This card's so good. Oh, it doesn't get the Life Leech yet. The Life Leech is... That's really important for it to be my pick. So... Yeah.
Crystal Smith is so good.
I know.
And silver.
and cheap and
It
Sloan,
goes,
right?
look at that. It goes to 2 attack in silver, and then Sloan puts it at 3 attack for 4 mana, along with tank heal.
And even a decent speed of 3 speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think that's probably the one. But then again, Jin Renova's so good too, and has okay, the triage is not yet available.
I picked Jin Renova for my undervalued and underrated.
Jin
Because I thought for that price, and they've already stated that they plan on buffing her, because going from, I think it's 4 to 5, there's no stat change.
Yeah. Well, just the triage, but yeah, no stat change, and then this
Well,
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying from going to level 4 to level
Yes.
5,
Yeah.
there's nothing different.
I see. In fact, all the way down from level 3. Yeah, you get the triage, I know, but like yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a great pick. I think I would say Crystal Smith. 11 cents. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And how much
That
is
reward card, huh?
how much is the Crystal Smith and gold foil? Wayne might need to buy a few copies here. There he is, $3. There she is. I mean,
It's pretty good.
how many do I need? 22.
How many do I need?
15. That's 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is that? I don't know. It's about right.
I think 22 that was.
That's what I wanted. Good. I'm trying to build a gold deck, and
Yeah.
with you might as well get some of these critical cards that are super important, and just turn them gold. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely Crystal Smith. Now, Death Team. And the Crystal Smith, by the way, probably even at gold or diamond, or I would say, because it does even more damage, and it's still that 4 cost, and it's got that tank heal. Okay, I think I see which one I want. Yep. Lots of good cards. Love this deck. Riftwing. At the silver, you're getting up to 6 hit points with the backfire, flying, and scavenge. Like we just said about the mercenary, flying is quite evasive at lower levels because there's a lack of snare. And so this will actually proc fairly often with the 4-speed Riftwing. Silver or higher. I love this card. 11 cents is crazy. Bonesmith is great too. But this is a tank. It's an off tank, mind you, but it's a tank. Thoughts? Bonesmith?
Yeah. I mean, both of those I think are correct. They're super cheap. The Bonesmith is an amazing card. Later on, it gets poison in silver, and which we know poison can be pretty game changing.
Yeah.
And the Nightwing is, oh man, that thing's a monster. It's a level 4, right? So you put it in like second or third slot in low, what is it? Low Little League? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Little League.
Little League. And then like you can put like chicken in front of it, you can put the fiend in front of it, whatever else really, or even a main tank, and then he's just gonna get bigger.
Yep.
And bigger, and then it's really difficult for them to kill him if they don't have a plus damage summoner.
I agree. Good night, Steven. He's taking off. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Appreciate you. Butter says I would wait to buy reward cards for 3 days at the end of the season when people are dumping on the market like 20 to 30% discounts. I even get below bid. Good point. I'm gonna hold Butters. That's a really good point. I'm gonna sit on my trigger finger here for the next 10 minutes. Okay, so dragon and then neutral. Let's see.
I personally think Twilight Basilisk. I don't think he's good in bronze and silver, but when you get him to gold with that stun
Mm-hmm.
is really clutch.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um,
He's so good.
Chihuahua's good, but better at gold. Silver with the lack of enrage, I don't like it. I
He
think
has horns, which is not. It's really strong.
sure, and you can bring amplify, these days, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's very strong. He's an interesting consideration. Um, I think I'd probably rather have blast, scattershot, flying, 10 hit point, 3 damage, chaos dragon, but maybe that's too expensive. But
So 6 more mana.
this is 30 $30 to buy that silver level,
Yeah.
and this is $5, $6. So it's a totally different ballpark. So yeah, Chihuahua's an amazing deal for this price. It's an amazing. He's a real proper tank, especially with the amplify. This is probably my pick, but I would also say if you're looking for a summoner, never sleep on the dragons. Yes, I know we're talking like these are bigger dollars that we're talking about, but for silver for silver all you need is 3 of these. Yes, it's $100, but I mean it's a dragon and it's going to be giving you that diversity. You can use them with more of your cards. Quicks the Devious is I think quite good, and then when you compare him to other dragon summoners, quickly, like this one is an epic. You need 46 copies. It's the same price as a legendary, which you need 11 copies. That's the sort of price appreciation that can happen, and from when a card becomes old. This is an epic, and there's 7 copies of it. $7 of it. So you need 46. So 46 times 7, $500 ish. No, 330 bucks. So, but I guess I would be talking about getting 10. So you'd be 75 bucks. So Kretch is cheaper, I guess. And Kretch is interesting.
About 75 as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same. What would you prefer, Jim? Quicks or Kretch
I'd prefer Quicks.
for the
All
package?
Day. Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of really good range units out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think General Salone, it seems like, is getting picked up more, or at least I see her more. And I really like the minus speed.
Cool. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Unless you're at gold, and then you start unlocking that extra rare bonus, and I like the epic then. But this is not exactly cheap. It's just on the conversation of looking at underrated things in the game. Always consider your dragon summoners because they've got that extra versatility. And lastly, neutrals. Neutrals, overlooked, underrated, affordable, slept on. Let's see. Right here. The supply runner with the swiftness, neutral.
Yep.
It's got 5 hit points, 2 damage, and for 6 mana with the swiftness. Swiftness is so important because it's gonna allow you to win faster. And if you punch before they punch, that's usually the win. And Sloan, right? Add this to Sloan's arsenal, and it's going to make that white team quicker and more deadly and give you one more option with 3 archery damage. This would be my pick. What about you?
Yeah, Supply Runner is an amazing card. There's the fact that it gives swiftness in silver is absurd.
Yep.
It's so powerful. Even if you're not using it with General Salone to get that extra attack on it, even 2 damage speeding everything,
Yeah.
because you're moving at 5 speed at that point,
Yeah.
like minimum.
Yeah.
And it's neutral, which is the amazing part about this card. And it's only 11 cents, 12 cents per BCX.
I know. You like that's $6 to get like a real game changer card right there. $6.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're gonna get it. No, you don't get neutrals, right? Neutrals. I don't think you get neutrals from a starter deck. I also don't think you, unless am I wrong about that?
I actually don't remember.
I don't have a way of checking that, but I don't think you do. And I know.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. But still.
But it seems like it's actually only Untamed. They don't give you Chaos Legion.
Is that so?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's dice. My bad.
Yeah.
They only give you dice. No, it is Untamed. All right, what is wrong with me? Yeah, these are Untamed. Yeah. So the starter set is 7 cards for neutral.
7 cards for neutral. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my picks, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna clip this and put it up, Jim. And guys, I'd love to see in the comment section like what you think. Did we overlook something? Did we skip your favorite? There's some really great cards here that are definitely overlooked that I didn't call out or that Jim didn't say. So make sure you pop by, even if you watched it with me, even if you're here live. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, drop by and drop a like. And before you go, I am going to shut it down now. I'm starting to feel my throat's starting to bother me, but thank you. Like and subscribe before you leave. And I'm going to do my best to sustain the Thursday, Friday. So let's look forward to another members only Thursday next week, which will be silver, gold, diamond, and champion supporters of my YouTube channel. And then Friday's public. So come hang out, guys. Thank you for your time and attention. Jim, do you want to say anything before we close her down?
Yeah, I want to say thank you so much for having me. It's always fun. And yeah, if you guys are interested in checking out some stuff I do, I stream over on Twitch it's twitch.tv/JimMorganHNH. Also on YouTube, I post videos every now and again. And soon I'd actually love to be streaming on YouTube as well. So you guys can find me at JimMorganHNH as well. And I also do tabletop gaming content if you're interested in that, which is Hobbies and Happiness.
Thanks, buddy. Really, guys, check it out. It's good quality content. They had me on Hobbies and Happiness. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Met Dan and hanging out with Jim also. So, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Check out the channels for Jim. Have an amazing night and have an awesome weekend. God bless, guys. Bye for now.